Pinch moment overdrive. With the videos that I create, one of the things I'm very lucky about are the people that I meet. So I get to travel a lot, see some amazing things, amazing places, amazing cars. But I always love meeting people who are part of the industry, from engineers, from company founders and chief executive officers, people who really make a difference to the things that we all love. There are some moments that stand out, for example, meeting Christian von Koenigsegg and being shown around the Koenigsegg factory, to one moment in particular that I want to talk about, which is the day that I met Nico Rosberg for the first time to shoot a video. Nico was, of course, the Formula One world champion in 2016. Victorious on the circuit, achieved the highest number of points and took the trophy home at the end of the year. So we actually one day received an email asking if I'd like to shoot a video with him. And of course, like many other people, I was a little bit sceptical and dubious. Here we are, we've got the F1 world champion. Why am I receiving an email from him, of all people? There's one really crazy thing about the kind of videos I'm making to me, which is the people that actually reach out to me. Of course, in this example, receiving a message from Nico or from Nico's team because they would like to shoot something with me. And sometimes I receive DMs on Instagram or emails or comments on YouTube, and you work out who they're from. It could be professional sportsmen, it could be people in the automotive industry, it could be designers of cars, it could be absolutely anything. But I still find it completely surreal that what I'm doing can offer something to people that I respect and idolize as well, and people that I follow, and people who are the direct contributors and creators of things that stand out so much that make a significant impact in my life. So it's very much a pinch yourself kind of, is this a dream? But to somebody like Nico Rosberg or whoever else it could be, reaching out to me to do something that they would like to do is just something that kind of has my mind blown a little bit, that's reality. We kind of sat back, thought about this and said, wait a second, like, is this actually kind of a real thing? Does Nico want to make a video together? And interestingly, he'd just launched his YouTube channel. Some of the followers might be aware of that and following it now, but at the time it was brand new. And this was Nico launching, I think Nico 2.0 as he called it, the second generation of what he was going to do following F1. He had recently retired. Of course, he didn't take part the following year. And what he wanted to do was build up his social media platforms. So it kind of made sense, but you still have that element of doubt. Is it somebody trying to lead you on? Is there kind of a background story here? Are they just basically getting you excited about something that's not going to turn out to be real? So we dug a little deeper and eventually we got talking, and well, it did turn out to be Nico's team who were creating their YouTube channel and trying to put together some videos. So here I am thinking, little old me, getting an email from the F1 world champion, basically trying to put together a video together. But the next problem, probably the biggest roadblock for us, was that despite no longer being on the F1 circuit, his travel schedule and my travel schedule were both ridiculously extreme and kind of never met in the same place, or very nearly met in the same place. We would talk about being in Monaco, but would be a day apart, or in LA and still being a couple of days apart, or maybe in London he would pop over, but I wasn't there. So we were trying to work out, what can we do? What would be really cool to involve a video with Nico and myself that would connect to the story and somehow come together. And this was a massive challenge. However, I had announced on my channel that I had ordered the new Mercedes AMG GTR. The beast of the green hell, their two-seater, track-focused car developed at the Nürburgring Nordschleife, a thing that offered immense performance and was clearly generating a lot of interest online. And I was waiting very excitedly, of course, for my car to arrive. I'd waited, I think, about 18 months from the initial order until the car actually was delivered in the UK. But as we were getting close to that delivery date, we got in touch again and said, hey, would this be something we could make work? And we got a reply back from the other side, literally saying, yep, let's do that date, let's get it booked in, and Nico will be in London. And even at this point, I'm still thinking, you sure? Is this actually going to happen? But then we got closer. My guys and Nico's guys were all talking. It was all coming together, and we got to literally the morning of collection day. So I'm excited, obviously. I'm picking up my new AMG GTR, not something you do every single day, and a car I've been looking forward to for a very long time, and I had big plans for. It was already going to be prepared with full paint protection film and running on winter tyres, so I could take it straight away through Europe, where in winter, to drive in Germany or in the mountains, you need to have winter tyres on the car by law. So I was set to ready ready to go, to take it on a ski holiday, to go and do everything that didn't make sense with the car that was built for the racetrack. And then turned up to the morning of. I'm standing there at my Mercedes-Benz dealer. I've picked up my camera to shoot my video intro, holding it up in the air, and then completely unknown to me that he was actually behind me, and it made for a hilarious video clip. Nico literally video bombed me. So the first time I ever met Nico, he ran into the shop from behind, said hello, and I'm like, oh wow, he's actually turned up. Nico Rosberg is here for the collection day of my AMG GTR. Pinch moment overdrive. At the time, the F1 world champ. Of course, Lewis Hamilton won again the next year, but at that moment, this was Nico. He was there, and we were collecting the brand new Mercedes AMG GTR. So we went inside. The car was covered, of course, and what was really cool about this is, just like with the reveal of a Formula One car, Nico pulled one side of the cover, I pulled the other, and we pulled it back to reveal the car for the audience, which was just such a cool moment to be there, like literally the presentation of the New Year Formula One Championship race car. We pulled the covers back, and then to top it all off, we left from there in my car. So the first time I had ever driven my new car, I was at the wheel, Nico was beside me. I think a slightly, perhaps nervous passenger, because of course he's used to being in control, and at that moment he didn't have full control, but then I was taking it easy, new car, running in miles, and we went straight over to a location called Mercedes-Benz World in Brooklands. Now at the Mercedes-Benz World, they have a small test track. So Nico had actually never driven the AMG GTR at all. He does of course, continued doing many things with AMG, but he kept himself a bit more neutral, a bit unbiased, working with all sorts of different manufacturers, particularly for his YouTube videos. So we went to Brooklands, where a friend of mine had also joined with an AMG GTR that had done some running in mileage. You get where I'm going here. There's a track, there's a GTR with some running in mileage, and there's a Formula One world champion present. We very promptly jump on board this other car to go out for some laps on the track, and I could not believe how instantly he was at the limit. Immediately. I mean, that's the skill and talent that comes from the kind of person who can, I guess, go on to win one of the greatest, well, the greatest accolade in motorsports. And we go out onto the track. He's driving around. It's so smooth, but it's so fast. And we're just blasting around, getting a couple of laps before quickly I'm kind of thinking, this is my friend's car. We're rapidly destroying the tyres and wearing out the brakes and pushing it on pretty hard. But what an experience for me. Pulling the covers back, the first drive with Nico, going straight to the track, getting shown how to drive it properly in a way that I'm never going to be able to do myself for sure. I've tried my hardest, but that was a day that I will never forget. One of the absolute highlights of everything I've ever done in the automotive world.
Whether you're packing for a cannonball or just going about your day, it's important to just carry what you actually need. The Ridge has a line of wallets and bags that help you to do just that. Leave the junk at home and just make sure that you've always got exactly what you need with you. So be sure to check out ridge.com/VINwiki and use the code VINwiki at checkout for a discount to let them know how much you appreciate their support of the VINwiki channel.